everybody, and welcome to the Modern Retro Corner. I'm Retro Mark, and you know what? I get a lot of people asking me, what is my favorite NES game of all time? Well, that's kind of difficult to say because there are well over 700 NES games, and you know what? There's a lot that I actually enjoy that most people don't really like. But I've compiled 5 NES games that I truly enjoy playing over and over again. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Starting at number 5 is Star Soldier. It came out in 1986 and is a shoot-'em-up style game that has you traveling to different space stations that are under the control of the evil Star Brain. And it's up to you to destroy the army. Now, I love this game mainly because I have fond memories of renting this game so many times from Hastings. The enemies are all interesting to defeat, and the music gives it that NES charm when going up against Starbrain or other enemies. But beware, you only have about a minute to defeat Starbrain before having to restart the level again and re-defeating him. One thing that stands out the most is the level perspective that your fighter gives. Flying through different backdrops can be confusing, especially when there's tons of enemies flying about, and you're flying through backdrops only to find out you can't hit the enemies behind the background. This game is really fun to play. Now yes, I do have fond memories of it, but if you can find this game, I definitely recommend you picking it up and playing it. Coming in at number 4 is Bucky OHara. If you have the money to shell out for this game, definitely do so. Bucky OHara was released in 1992 and is a side-scrolling platformer that stars who else? Bucky OHara. And it's up to you to save your comrades that have been captured by the Toad Mothership. If you manage to rescue your teammates, then you are rewarded a new set of powers similar in style to Mega Man. The graphics are a joy to the eye, and the music will have you pumped. This game screams Mega Man in every aspect, from selecting the world to defeating bosses. This is absolutely not a bad thing, so if you are a fan of the old school Mega Man, then you are in for a treat here. Coming in at number 3 is Low G-Man. Now this was released in 1990. You are Low G-Man, or Low Gravity Man if you will. And the premise of the game is that aliens have taken over, and it is up to you to stop them. Honestly, it has a very generic storyline and very generic enemies, but the platforming does make up for the rest of the game. Basically, you have a freeze gun that cannot do any damage to your enemies, but once frozen, you have to stab them to death in order to kill them and gain items like fireballs, force waves, and boomerangs. The game is challenging to play, and the interesting ability to jump super high, which can stretch upwards to 3 screens high, is actually pretty impressive. You can commandeer mechs from enemies to turn the tables on the difficulty, and the bosses are interesting to say the least. So, if you can find this game, I definitely recommend trying it out. It's not a very bad game to say the least. Coming in at number 2 is Rainbow Islands. Oh my god, one of my absolute favorite games. Rainbow Islands was released in 1988 and is a faithful port of the arcade game of the same name. You star as Bub, and if there's a second player, which is highly recommended, to play as Bob. And the object of the game is to collect all 7 big diamonds, which you need to destroy enemies to get smaller diamonds. Your powers are to shoot rainbows out of your hands, and there are various items that allow you to shoot faster or gain more rainbows. This game has many secrets to it, including secrets of getting a bigger score, and there are 6 different endings to obtain, and a true ending called the happy ending, which you must collect all 7 big diamonds. Think it's easy? Well, think again. How can you not want to pick this game up and play it? Coming in at number 1 is Journey to Sylas. This was released in 1990. This is one of the best side-scrolling platformers I have ever played. You are Jay McCrae, and you are out to avenge your father's death by hunting down the terrorist group that is behind it. Although that's a condensed version of the story, there are many cutscenes to go through, and you're going to travel to 5 different stages that are absolutely beautiful, and the music is amazing too. You're going to defeat loads of awesome enemies, sneak past security systems, and avoid death at all costs. Along the way, you're going to obtain different weapons like the shotgun and laser rifle and many more. I can't begin to do this game justice because it is such an underrated gem to find. If you can find this, it is a definite plus in anyone's collection. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and if you're new to the channel, check out the playlist on the right to see more adventures, and if you haven't seen my latest video, check it out on the left. Hope to see you guys on the next adventure.